I was on the phone with somebody else on the back of the couch, like leaning on it, going forwards. And my youngest son took a female clothes catalog, jeans, sweaters, everything.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there flipping through it. And he says, "Oh, that's pretty." Flipping through it. And he's 4, okay? Then he gets to the part where it's the bras.
Yeah.
He literally goes like this. You go get dressed. You go get dressed. You go get dressed. You go get dressed. Flip the page. You go get dressed. You go get dressed. I just could not stop laughing.
That is so funny.
I just had to tell the person who was on the phone with me, hold on a second. Just hold on a second. And I just had to sit there and listen to him for a couple minutes. And then he looked up and said, "They need to get dressed, Dad. They're almost naked."
Oh, man. They will reach an age where that just goes complete 180.
Oh.
Like a switch.
Completely. Oh, yeah. You need to take it off. You need to take it off.
Exactly. That's really funny. I wish I could have heard that. That's the kind of stuff you got to tape.
See, no, that's where Google Glass would come in handy.
Yeah. Yes.
Record.
Yeah.
I have for posterity to show his girlfriend when he's 16 years old.
Blackmail material.
Somebody has to do it.
Hello, Gazam. Hey, John Zim. Hello, everyone else. All right. Dor, you ready?
Whenever you are, man.
Okay. Let me hit some buttons here. Okay. Here we go. Welcome to Linux for the Rest of Us, episode number 88. We talk about Linux here. Linux for your enjoyment. Linux to help you better your life with the software operating system of Linux. It's in many devices you may not know Linux is in. It's all around us, so it would behoove you to learn more about it. So, that's what we try to do here. We have fun with Linux. The man who brings the goods week after week after week after week is the Door-to-Door Geek, Steve McLaughlin from door-to-doorgeek.com. What's up, Door?
Hello, Steve. As you witnessed right before the show, kind of adventurous week.
Yeah, you definitely got your hands full there.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the way your test to check whether your son brushed his teeth or not.
Well, my nose has been broken at least. If it was you, it would equate to about every 6 months of your life. So I can't smell good, so I got to get right up in there.
That's amazing. Really, that much? You broke your nose that much?
Oh, at least 18 times.
18?
One time was belligerent and violent. And all the rest were just stupid. Playing basketball. I'm open. Stuff like that.
Wow.
Or like getting elbowed on the basketball court or falling face first.
Wow. It's pretty hardcore. Hasn't happened lately. When was the last time it happened?
Less than a year ago, I woke up to a pillow that was basically bloody. I just rolled over the wrong way.
And broke your nose?
Yeah, so now I guess I just tap it and it breaks.
Wow. You can't even sleep soundly and break your nose.
Of course, as soon as I saw it and as soon as my wife woke up, she turned to me and said, "I swear I didn't hit you." I just,
great.
okay. Great. She said, "Now I wanted to, but I didn't."
That's awesome. Oh man, take care of your nose. It's a needed organ, body part. What is the nose considered?
Appendage.
All right, appendage. All right, man. What do we got Linux-wise this week? What is going on the list of things to cover?
Okay, well, one of the things I know that everybody already knows, but I'm going to reiterate, is a lot of the times throughout our life, it actually comes to fruition the best things in life are free. Like hearing my 4-year-old son make comments about a catalog. It's just, that didn't cost me nothing. That was great.
Right.
And I just got to say, last week I thanked Matthew, AZ #1, photo.com, hell of a nice guy. He had the good graces of being super nice to me and he sent me one of these Raspberry Pis that I'm holding up.
Okay.
And I gotta say, I definitely had fun with it, but there's a little bit more than that.
Yes.
And there's this.
Okay. I see 2 Raspberry Pis on my screen. They look identical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one just has an SD card.
Okay. And that means you have 2 Raspberry Pis now.
That means right now, literally, I have 2 Raspberry Pis. If anyone listened to Linux Basics last Friday night, May the 11th, they would already know. But, yeah, they don't. So,
dude, there's people that would want to kill you right now. Just want you to know that.
well, there are some people that don't. You know what I mean? And listening live Friday night, some people have better things to do. Some people are single. Some people are divorced. Some people have money. Some people have whatever, PTA, I don't know. Me, no, I podcast. Well, I want to do a cross show promotion.
Okay.
And the promotion is the Raspberry Pi I got from Matthew. I'm going to keep and continue to play with, but the Raspberry Pi that I purchased and I got from rs-online.com, I am giving away. Now, it's really easy. All I need is an email, but I need more than an email. Okay.
Okay.
This is the most fair way I could think of doing it possibly, so Windows users actually have a fantastic chance against Linux people. I mean, it's pretty much fair, 50-50. Even non-advanced users in Windows understand the basis of a batch file. A batch file is nothing more than a file that contains text that does things when you run it.
Right.
Okay. Enter as often as you like. I don't think I said that on Linux Basics. And this is truly enter as often as you like. All you need to do is supply an email to doortodoorgeek@gmail.com or doortodoorgeek@podnutz.com. Either a bash script, which is like a batch file in Windows, but for Linux, or a command line command of anything. Something you think is cool, different, unique, helpful, awesome, destructive, creative. I mean, anything. I will say the people who listened Friday had a one-up on everybody here. So what I'm going to do is Linux Basics made the announcement of the giveaway. Linux for the rest of us is going to be doing the giveaway of the giveaway.
I see what you're saying. That makes sense. Makes sense.
Somehow,
So,
yeah.
A command line item, or what was the other thing? A script?
A script. Now, I'm just going to throw out examples. This does not mean I have a preference.
What is a bash script?
A bash script is like a batch file.
Okay.
It's a file that you mark as executable.
Okay.
And in that file, it just has bunches of commands, procedures,
Gotcha.
whatever.
Okay.
Here's a good example of a good command. Okay. YouTube DL. YouTube DL is a command you run in Linux. You go YouTube DL space and the path, the URL of the complete YouTube page itself.
Uh-huh.
And it automatically downloads whatever content is on that page in FLV format.
What? Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Right. Now, here's a good example of a bash script. You can say, enter in the name of a file, because you can say, execute this bash script space, and then with data. And that data can be the URL of the YouTube video, right? You can say in the bash script, execute YouTube DL plus whatever was entered, and then hard return, enter. After it's done downloading, you can say automatically convert saved file into MP3 format.
Neat. So that would be a bash script.
That would be a bash script, taking one or more commands, weaving them together to get a finalized product. Now, here's why I say, Kazam, you have a very fair chance of winning. That's to Kazam in the chat. Now, here's why I say Windows users have an utterly fair chance. This does not come down to skill, experience, or technique. It really doesn't. All you have to do is stop and think, what would be cool to automate? Now, here's the reason why I say command shell or bash script, because that's what works great on the Pi. You know what I mean?
I see.
These kind of things. What do you think would be cool? All you do is say, man, I think it would be cool if I could have an email or a tweet automatically sent every time there's a new Podnutz show. All you got to do is go to Google and say bash script tweet, and then you have that part. Copy paste. Bash script check RSS. And
in Google, you say?
Yeah, in Google. That's all you got to do.
Really?
Bash script check RSS. And then you're like 80% of the way home. I mean, it's just whatever you guys think would be winning.
Wow.
Sorry to quote Charlie Sheen.
That's easy entry, so they can enter as often as they wish, and they
as
cannot
often as they want.
Cannot send the same script.
They cannot. Right. Here's the only prerequisite. Okay, it isn't that the script or command. Okay, the command has to work. That's a given. It's not that the script has to work. It has to at least be clear. Well, here's one script and here's another script. And if I could combine them, this would be really cool. I don't mind doing legwork, finishing the task. Okay. So it doesn't even have to require knowledge. You know what I mean? And here's the real thing. I don't care if Mark Shuttleworth submits to win this. I don't care if the Techie Geek submits to enter this. Anybody is valid to win this.
How are you picking the winner?
Except for maybe the guy who's the president of Oracle. How am I picking the winner? Honestly, it's going to come down to whatever. Because here's the thing. On Linux Basics, the other hosts are also very eligible to win this. So I couldn't have their input to who's going to win. Honestly, Steve, it's going to be a little bit of me and a little bit of you. And a third party, to be named later. Who we think is cool. Now, the only prerequisite I say is don't try to win it if all you're going to do is take it home and go, oh, it's shiny. Oh, and then put it in a box. You know what I mean? Only enter to win this if you think you're actually going to use it for anything, something.
Gotcha.
I don't care, even if it's a kitchen drawer.
So we're picking the best one then. It's not a random.
I don't want to say best, Steve, because you know how I don't like best. What I will say is if we have, 80 entries and we think 20 of them are cool, then we'll pick one of them at random.
Gotcha. Okay. That's fair.
But if it obviously sucks and it goes down and it downloads the latest Lady Gaga video and converts it to AAC, that's not going to be in the running.
Okay. Gazam is sucking up to us in the chat room. He complimented us both on our looks.
And it obviously is not going to hurt his chances. Now, I want to just give a little bit of backstory, okay? I got the first one, I think the day of Linux for the rest of us last week, if I'm not mistaken. I did announce I had one, right? I think.
One Pi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The following day, I got the second one. I took it into work. Two of my coworkers literally threatened to knock me out to take it.
Right.
Because I have two. You don't need two. What do you need two for? Okay. So the one guy, I said, okay, look, you can borrow it, but I need it back Tuesday for this cast so I can go, and then he can have it for a month. And that's the one that I'm going to keep. I mean, so if he damages it, it's on me. You guys still have
giving it to a friend for a month?
Yeah, because let me tell you something what he already did, okay? Okay. This is his. He went out and bought a 16 gig. It's not a regular micro SD card. It's the newest version, which is like UH something. It can transfer at 30 megs a second.
Right.
Which is very fast for SD card. That's number one. Number two, he went out and got a Linksys wireless USB dongle.
Okay.
If I did say last week I was wrong, this does not have wireless built on.